Good to be here. Always good to be here. Welcome to a brand new episode of Matt's Art Chat. Coming to you with another interview for the series. This one is going to be a little different because whereas the topic of conversation of these podcasts usually is the arts, today I present you with a chat with a good friend of mine from the old school days in Ormore in Ireland. His name is DARREN, aka the Deanster. And he recently has decided to put himself out there and live stream his workouts from home on Instagram, becoming a workout guru in the process. And, you know, working out is a little tough in these days of quarantine. And he's showing us how to do it from home. So, like I said, I've known Dini for a long time and he's got a personality like nobody else I know. And he's also different from most workout gurus or personal trainers you'll ever come across. And if you don't believe me, stay tuned and listen to this conversation. And follow him on Instagram at DARREN. I'll leave the link in the description of whatever platform you may have come across this podcast on, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Mixcloud. We're all over the place, basically. It's hard to keep track. But anyways, I'll leave the link in the description below. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy a conversation. Very special episode of the series with the Deanster himself. Enjoy.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, how are you, Dini?
Not too bad.
It's good to hear you. It's been a long time since we saw each other, man.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Now, you're in London. You're still in London, right?
Right, I'm still in London, in southwest London.
What's life like during these times of quarantine?
They're a bit strange. They're a bit, the government was slow to do everything, and it was scary at first, everyone crowding around and not playing by the rules, but it's kind of calmed down a bit, but I'm trying to keep insane.
How are you keeping sane? What's your secret?
My secret is to keep working, because I'm a delivery driver, so I'm a key worker, but in between that, I like to keep insane by doing workouts, and good workouts to keep me fit, healthy, and get through this.
And we're gonna talk about all of that, all of your workouts. You and I have known each other for a long time, man. You and I have known each other since the good old days of the Calasanctious College in Ormore. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's been at least over 15 years, probably, or more.
No, really? Has it been that long?
That we know each other, yeah.
But man, are you originally from Ormore? This is something that I've never asked you, but are you originally from there?
I'm about 5-10 minutes away from Ormore in a place called Claregalway.
Oh, Claregalway, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're living in London now. Do you miss Claregalway? Do you miss home?
At the minute, I'm loving life in England. Plenty to do. I got a few friends around me, and it's easy to get back on a quick flight. And when I go home, and I like to meet my family and talk to them, but at the minute, I'm not missing home one bit. I'm just enjoying life and loving it in London.
What was it like growing up in Claregalway, man? Do you have any great memories to share? What was it like to even be in school? Do you have good memories? Did you have a good adolescence? Were you a happy child?
I was a very happy child. I enjoy. It was good, like meeting all new friends and going to when I left school, primary school, went to Ormore, because I was in primary school in the boys' school in Ormore. And when I left that, and I went to Calasanctious, I met all great new friends, and my old friends came with me, and I just had great crack with all of them. Like I met you, and we had sports together, and there was good crack. I didn't like the schoolwork much. I was more of an outdoor kind of fella, but who doesn't? I tried my best, but who doesn't like school?
I don't like school, man. I never liked school. Hey, so what? But why did you decide to move to London? Was it for work?
At first, it was like I was at home doing nothing because I used to be an electrician when I was back home in Ireland, but then I had to leave because they let me go, because when at first we hit a recession, and I was a year and a bit off work doing nothing, and I just took the plunge and moved to England at the time with my girlfriend at the time, but now she's obviously my wife, so it's been a long time since then.
Right. So the last time I met you, you weren't married yet. So I need to ask you this, and I'm sorry if I do, but what's life like being married now?
Everyone asks me that question, and they think it changes, but to me, it's just the same. Just I've been married since Monday, 2 years now. Two
Wow.
years since Monday, I've been married, and life hasn't changed. It's just one fun after another, and I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
What was your wedding like? Where did you get married? Did you get married in London?
2 years ago, I got married on the 5th of May in the Guy Bay Hotel in out Sawtell, and it was lovely. And I had this big Irish band called the Dublin City Ramblers. They're big as the Dubliners, and everyone turned out for me. And it was in Ireland, and it was the bank holiday weekend, and the weather was so fantastic. I couldn't complain, and I loved it. And for anyone who's getting married like myself, stick to doing it at home. Don't do it in London. It's not good. It's better in Ireland.
Yes.
More crack.
Yes. Man, no expenses spared though. You had the Dublin City Ramblers. Is that who you had?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I had
listen.
them. Yeah, I went to see them live one afternoon, and I asked him, and he gave me a deal. But he'd done a few wins, but he done me a favour, and he came. And ever since then, I met them a few times in London playing their gigs, and we had a few pints with them.
Well, listen, congratulations, man. I haven't had the pleasure of
Thank
telling you
you.
yet, but congratulations. I want to ask you a little bit about sports because this podcast is usually about arts, but I consider sports an art. I'm a big fan of sports. I'm a big fan of football. I'm missing footballs in the weekend now. I'm a Juventus fan, actually. What's your team, by the way? I forgot. I didn't forget, but let's just document it. Who do you support, Dini?
My team at the minute, and it's been since came out of the mother's womb. It's been Manchester United. They had their ups and downs, but the last 2-3 years has been awful to watch. But I stick tight with my team, and like most other teams.
What memories do you have? What's your earliest memory of Man United? What was your the victory that you remember most fondly? I have a feeling that I know what you're going to say because it's tied to Juventus a little bit, right?
You're dead right. No, that was Roy Keane destroying Juventus. But it was when we beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League final, and me and my brother jumping around in the front room on the furniture, screaming like lunatics, and the mother going mad. What's going on?
That was good times for you, bad times for me, though.
Yeah.
Listen, Man United isn't doing that well nowadays. What's your opinion of what's going on now?
And what my opinion is, straight away he gave it to Moisey, and he panicked and bought rubbish players, and then they should have gave it to Mourinho straight away. It might have been a different story. Then he went and bought Louis van Gaal, and then Mourinho came in too late because the damage was done already, and Mourinho wasn't allowed by who he wanted and all that. But if I gave my real honest opinion, and I've tried to hand it in my CV to Old Trafford to do the job because I want the job and I'll make United better than they are, but I'm just me.
Yeah, but I want to talk about you and sports first, but I want to ask you one last question about Man United, perhaps. But who do you think is the best player that you've ever seen with a Man United jersey on?
Oh, there's been loads. Roy Keane will be the best midfielder United have. And also Eric Cantona was unreal. He was very good. We actually got him off Leeds United for very nothing because the manager said to Fergie, I have this troublemaker from France. Can you take him off my hands? And we got him for nothing. And he was our best player. And then we had Andy Cole and Dwight York. But I like Ruud van Nistelrooy a lot. But we had many great players. Lee Sharp, the whole lot.
Yeah, man, I remember you were a fan of Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
But also, last question about Man United. You were a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo as well, and now he's playing for my team.
Yeah, I was a fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. He where his career started was Old Trafford, and because I think at a young age his father passed away, so Fergie took him under his wing like a son, and then he moved on to Madrid, and then he went on to Juventus. But I hear in the rumours he might be going back to Madrid, but we don't know yet. but it's tough to choose between him and Messi.
Damn, man, I hope he doesn't go to Madrid. He's just arrived at Juventus and we haven't even seen him for 2 years because of this stupid coronavirus. Like I said, I miss football. I miss seeing Cristiano Ronaldo on the pitch. He was doing so well, scoring every match. I miss football, man. What can I say? Hey, so Dini, all right, so I want to find out more about you and sports. When did you start playing sports? What was the first sport that you started playing as a child, maybe?
As a child, I was kicking the football around the house, but at first, because where I'm from in Ireland, growing up would be more Gaelic football and playing hurling. And then in school and your local clubs, and then when you go into the school, then at lunchtime you'd be palling around with your mates and then playing. In England, they call it soccer, but in Ireland, they call it football. And you just pal around and play that. But then in your spare time, then you play for the schools teams and all that. You were concentrating on hurling and then football. That's what I did in primary school. And then when I went to secondary school, I tried to and then they had other sports like rugby. I played rugby. Then I played hurling and Gaelic football. But for the club near my house, I played a bit of football. I didn't play hurling for the local club. I only played for the school. And I played then, when I got a bit older, I went playing soccer for the local team. And then when I was more late leaving school, I was more playing soccer, trying to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo and all that. But in school, I was passionate about playing hurling and football. If I stuck at it any longer, I could have gone county, but like most of us, in between, got old enough and then drink didn't help, and then I stuck with the football, one passion, that was soccer in the end. But I was always playing every sport I could.
Well, I remember you playing football. You were a good football player, I gotta say. You were a good midfielder. That's where I always thought that you wanted to play.
Yeah. Oh, I was good, but when I played, because I was not much older than some people, but back then I was taller than most people, but now everyone's taller than me, and I had more strength back then. And then some people are like, when we're playing, don't kick the ball too hard and all this, be gentler. But I just didn't bother me. I just went on and did my best.
Yeah. But like back in secondary school, would you have had like a workout routine even back then?
Yeah, every night before because back then I was young. And I didn't go hard on the weights because when you get under 16, you don't want to stunt your growth and all that. And you wait till you're a bit older. But back then I used to do 4 bed, load of push-ups and sit-ups just to keep me going. But I was so young, most of my work training was done because I used to run for the primary school team. I was on the running team and that kept me fit. And then we did training for that. And when I went after primary school, doing the training for the Gaelic and the hurling, I moved on and did it in secondary school, and I played rugby in secondary school, so that kept me fit as well. But in between all that, at home, I did more of like push-ups and sit-ups. And then in that time, for craziness, I let my friends cycle their bike and give them like a 5-10 minute head start, and I just fly past them running, because that's when I was fitter. But I couldn't do that now, but that's what I like to do to keep me kind of fit.
But did you go to the gym at all, or did you ever go to the gym?
When I got older, like when I left school and all that, I started going to the gym. Because when I was younger, the gym wasn't in my mind. It was more like get outside, and 9-10 o'clock at night, it was still bright. I was out pucking the hurling around, kicking the football, or doing anything like that, or cycling, keeping fit that way. And I had bags of energy, and I just wanted to burn it all off. And then if I was playing a match the next day, or like in school we had this memorial tournament every year, and every night before the matches, I'd just be out in the backyard until all hours, practicing and kicking that ball, getting fit and in shape.
Man, do you remember what that memorial tournament was? Because I forgot. What was it called again?
It was called the Jalford Memorial Cup.
I remember because the last year we came second, and we only came second because I messed up big time. I was in goals, and it was my fault. Completely my fault, and I just that memory haunts me.
Okay.
I like playing in goals. That was, I feel, my position because I was a big fan of Buffon. He was one of my favorite players besides Del Piero.
Yeah.
But anyways, listen. So right now in this quarantine time, I go to the gym myself. I travel a lot, but every time I go to somewhere, I try to find a gym and I try to work out. Right now, I'm feeling very down on myself because even though I have a resistance band, I feel like I'm not getting a good workout. But do you think that people who go to the gym can still get a good workout from home?
Absolutely. Yes, you can. And as you said, the resistance band are the best way to go because you can bring them anywhere in the world and work out in less than 15 minutes. Well, I recommend 15 to 13 minutes. That's the maximum it says daily you should get. But you should do it Monday to Friday, Saturday a bonus, Sunday have a rest and a cheap meal. But yeah, the resistance bands are good. If you do the best thing you could do is load of push-ups and sit-ups because that's body weight and it's lifting heavier and it's harder for you.
But I wanna ask you more about the workouts that you are showing us on your Instagram channel, and I'm gonna ask you more about that. But you mentioned something earlier as well when we were talking about you and sports and everything. One of the things that I think affects a lot of us in terms of sports is the drinking, not just the eating, but the drinking. You and I come from Ireland, so we like to drink. What can we say? And there's nothing we can do about that. Do you feel like drinking affects the workout?
Well, in my mindset, yes, sometimes it does because you've got like, for example, in Ireland, student nights out and all that. But in moderation, it's fine. But as I say, if you drink at the weekend, come Monday morning when you're doing your workout, you push yourself, not 100%, but 1,000% more, and sweat it all out there, and do that all week, and then have all doses at the weekend. But if you're really hardcore, watch what you eat, and maybe stick to like whiskey or stuff like that, and then lay out the beer now and again. But you don't have to cut it out altogether. You can still get in good shape, but don't go extra too mad, like 3 or 4 days on it and thinking, oh, I'll work out. But if you do it in moderation, like at the weekend, it's fine. And then you just bust your guts at home or in the gym and it'll reap rewards. It's a process. It's not, as I say, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Yeah. Do you have any role models when it comes to working out? Do you have any people that you look up to when it comes to working out?
Not in particular. Just it's a thing I love to do, and I feel so great about it. But I do watch a few now and again. Like I do follow. Well, he's my favorite of all time wrestler, The Rock. He shows all these workouts. I watch him now and again, and I watch the World's Strongest Man now and again, Eddie Hall, because he does showing us how to do weights and all that. But from my experience of doing all the sports and in between the sports to show you how to stretch and do all this. Because when I was younger, doing sports, it was all about like technique of the ball and the hurl and all that stuff, and same with the rugby ball. But when I started leaving the football, the rugby, and just concentrating on soccer, it's more now about how you look in the gym, how strong you are, and how physical built you are to play these sports. Back then, it didn't matter what size you were, as long as you were able to play. That was the most key thing. Now it's all about putting everything together, and it's much harder now.
Did you ever think about getting into combat sports, maybe becoming an MMA fighter or a professional wrestler?
I have considered that, and I have done a 9 weeks wrestling course, which is the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. It's very good wrestling, and I've done boxing training as well. But wrestling and boxing have very good core workout for you. But with the wrestling, I didn't get too far, I'm afraid to say. I was doing very well until it came to, can you do all backflips and high off the ropes? That's the one part of the workout. It's not my forte because I'm not that flexible. I can't just automatically do backflips and stuff like that. But I did everything else with flying colours, but that just let me down. But then if you look at some wrestlers don't use the moves. in the wrestling, but they get away with it.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that you have
for-
to. You don't have to know how to backflip.
No, but in the training, they're trying to get you up for that. No, because some of the flips you do might incur a move where you're flipped on your back, and you have to do most of that yourself.
Well, Dini, I used to watch wrestling myself. I'm a big wrestling fan. You know who my favorite wrestler was?
Chris Benoit.
How did you know that?
Because we're friends and I know you a long, long time.
Yeah, I know. And that was tragic, you know, how it ended up. I also liked Sting because when I grew up, I used to watch WCW, you know.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe that you remembered that.
And on that topic, before we continue with this, for anyone who listens, WWE, WWF back then, unreal. WWE, very scripted now, but if you want to go back to watching old WWF, watch AEW.
Oh, right. You like AEW?
It's brand new, yeah, and it has Cody Rhodes as the Chris Jericho's in it,
Oh, yeah.
and Matt Hardy's just joined it, and it's just like old WWF.
Man.
Off the script and violence, you don't know what's going to happen.
You see,
in WWE, it's predictable who wins.
A lot of people don't understand how cool wrestling was back when we were kids, you know. Dini, I think that you could be a professional wrestler. Because I'm watching your Instagram videos now, and I think that you have got... See, this is why I wanted to interview you. You've got a personality like nobody else I know.
I know. I tried to be bubbly, and I tried to be out there, and I speak the truth. And this quarantine, lucky enough, I'm not going mad because I work all the time. But if I was sitting at home doing nothing and just work out, not leave my house, I'd be going mad. But lucky enough, I can get out, but I'm happy.
Yeah, but Dini, I gotta be honest with you, because I'm watching your Instagram videos, and yes, I'm interested in the workouts, but I'm also checking in to just see you, because you've got a strong personality. So don't you think that you could be going back to training and just trying to get into, I mean, you know, the WWE has NXT UK. You never know what might happen.
Oh, I agree with what you're saying, and how I got into it. My mate used to work in a pub, and his boss, on his spare time, does like local little pubs and community centres, wrestling as an amateur, and he gets kind of paid to it. So he hooked me up with his mates, not far from my house in London, and I did the course. But maybe if I get more practice, you know, like it comes to, I might look good and physical, but when it comes to, you know, when you're trying to do the flip, I go, and then my mind says, you know, you're afraid that if you do the flip, you'll end up hurting yourself.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But that's the only thing in my mind. But other than that, I go hell for leather, and I go again, yeah.
When did you decide to do the workout videos on Instagram?
Well, it was a month and a half ago. I was working away, and I was out and about, and I seen everyone, and I was thinking everyone's struggling, because in England, and maybe everyone in the world would like mad going buy milk and bog roll and panicking, and I was like, everyone needs to relax. And then all of a sudden people were told stay at home and all, and then everyone started panicking and going buying weights and gym equipment, and shipment deliveries weren't coming for weeks. And I'm like thinking to myself, I could show the people a live video of me doing a workout with what I have at home. And then I just did a video, and for my health and safety, to keep fit and show a few people. And then other people are like, you should promote it a bit more. And then it just kicked off from there, and I'm loving every bit of it, because my passion then was to show people that there's no failure, and don't fail and thinking, oh, gym's closed, I can't get to the gym, I don't have the equipment. I can show you, yes, you can do it at home without equipment or with equipment. Don't panic.
But did you not feel shy about doing it? Because you still have a camera pointing at you, and then your videos are going out to the world, really, because you're live streaming on Instagram. Did you not feel shy about it a little bit?
No, I didn't feel one bit shy, because as I say in some of my videos, some people who are in the gym starting off and don't have a clue, should not be afraid to ask anyone a question, because if you think about it, your neighbour could be in the same gym as you and he might be staring at you, but he's thinking, how is he doing that? And how I can't do this? It doesn't matter. Everyone starts off at the very bottom and they work to the top. Everyone in the gym can do something and others can't do this. Then you ask for help. So, and if you laugh at me, I don't care, because I'm doing what keeps me fit and healthy. And if you can't do it, so what? Because in the world, you're going to get a few people who are negative and trolls, but that shouldn't let you down. There's worse things you're worrying about than people laughing at you in the world. So let's just crack on and do it.
Are you getting any trolls since you've started live streaming like that?
No, I haven't got any trolls. I just got a load more followers, and I want more followers. And I got a few, people joking around on my videos, but that's a bit of fun. You have to have a bit of humor in your workouts. You can't just do workout, be dull and boring. But that's life, and I love it.
Well, sometimes I watch your videos because they're actually entertaining and actually fun to watch, as well as helpful, because I'm also I'm a guy that goes to the gym. I'm going absolutely crazy. I'm squatting. I'm using the resistance band, but I feel like I'm losing muscle mass, and it sucks because it's taken me years to build it up, and it sucks really bad. But listen, how can people follow you? What is your Instagram name or handle or whatever you call it?
My hashtag Darren Dini on Instagram. That's how they follow me. And it's at the minute, it's every Saturday at 10 o'clock until we get out of quarantine. And then when closer to if we ever get out of it, I will ask the public if they still want me to keep going. If not, I'll be posting videos here and there from the gym and how to do these certain exercises and stuff, just to keep you all motivated.
Dude, I'm gonna, I really hope that you keep going with these videos even after the quarantine, because I look forward to these videos. I really do. I think that they're great videos, and I've been getting people to watch them. They're fantastic, I think, And I wanted to ask you as well, if there was one advice to somebody who has never worked out in their entire life, what advice would you give to somebody like that who has never even done one single push-up in their lives or anything like that?
My advice was, give it a go, and if you fail, don't worry. Practice and practice and practice. It's like any walk of life. You practice these things and you get better at it. And when you go to the gym, don't be afraid what everyone else does. If you're not sure, don't be afraid to ask. At the minute, you can't ask anyone. Text me privately. I won't be afraid to do a little quick private video for you, show you how. But as I said, don't be afraid what anyone else does. You do what you think is best. And slowly, but surely, as I said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you go at your own pace, because everyone gets bigger at a different time and speed. And just keep going and put the earphones in, listen to the music, and crack on with the workout, and don't care who's looking at you.
Yeah, did you say that? Is anybody backing you? Have you got a sponsor? Anybody who's sort of helping you in that sense as well?
I do, yeah. Recently, I'm not advertising to go mad drinking, but my local pub, Irish pub called the Ramble Inn, Southwest London, 2 Deenie, the area I'm in. He gave me his t-shirt to wear. I wore it a few times in the video, and then I have it in the background just to promote the local pubs that aren't doing well in the area, because it's hard times. And then some of the followers will see his page and see me sponsor him, and they'll follow in and get a workout with me. And then when they're all fit and healthy, we'll get back in and enjoy the crack and still work out.
Well, Dini, that sounds great, because you're also supporting the local businesses, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Let me ask you another question. Is there any time that you feel like you don't feel like working out? Because sometimes a lot of people struggle because they would like to work out and they're not in the right frame of mind to do it. What's your secret when you get into those moods to just start working out?
I've been in them situations many a time. There have been times I worked hard all week. I come home and I go, oh, relax, have my dinner, and then go, I'll relax, let it settle in, and then I go, oh, do I do I really need to do this workout? Can I not leave it for the next day? And if I keep saying that, it'll delay, and I'll do one a week. But then I say, take this, let's do it. And afterwards, I feel, wow, a new man. I feel like, wow, I felt very great, and I'm glad that I pushed myself to do it. Even though I didn't have the energy, I didn't feel up for it, I feel great, and I'm delighted I did. And then, the next day, I'm like, let's go again. The next day, let's go again. Because if you go into that rot saying, oh, I'm not in the mood, and then the next day you're not in the mood, and then you only get one done, you're like, don't feel great at the end of the week. And then you're like, less inquiring to do more. But now I feel like there's no excuses. We can do it and push yourself. It's like any walk of life. Some days you don't feel like going to work, but you have to go to work, and you push yourself to go to work. Same with the exercise. You don't want to do it, but you have to do it, and you know you'll feel better for it afterwards.
And Dini, I wanted to ask you as well, is there any song that you listen to like really build you up for that workout, or any music that you listen to while you work out?
Well, I have a I have a playlist when I'm in the gym, or at home. I like to listen to a bit of, well, no, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but now and again I listen to Eminem or The Game and stuff like that. But when I'm out jogging and doing like 2-3 Ks, I like to listen to nice comfy music like Ellie Goulding. Keeps me like in a nice running rhythm and nice beaty tunes, and keeps me motivated for the running. But when I'm in the gym or working out, I like Eminem and stuff like that. And now and again, and then just in general, when I'm at home relaxing, I listen to Irish, the Dublin City Ramble and stuff like that, relaxing tune. But when I'm out running, I want a nice beaty, dancey kind of tune, and Ellie Goulding's good. And then in the gym, I have like beaty Eminem songs and stuff like that to keep me pumping when I'm lifting.
I saw that you had a plank competition as well. Is there any plans of doing any more of those?
Well, I haven't set another one yet, but I'm in the plan of thinking of another one to do, because I don't want to do one where only fellas can do it. I want to include all the ladies. But my aim was to do a plank challenge so you can last the longest and win a free hat of mine with my name on it, the Deanster, and give it to the winner of their choice of any colour, because I was just saying thanks for everyone for watching me and tuning in, and it gets people more motivated to watch me more and see what I bring next.
Well, God bless the Deanster. That's what I say. You are the man, Dini. You
Thank
are the
you.
man. Man, you
you.
are so much fun to like talk with, and I don't know that many people who are as much fun as you to hang out with. We've had so many great nights out together. I fondly remember the night out in London a few years back, and hopefully next time I'm in London, I'll be able to meet up with you again.
Yeah,
Working out,
we sure will.
Working out certainly should not stop you from going out at night, right?
You're dead right. You should also be able to have a life. I know. Well, it depends on what kind of workout you're doing. If you're like a bodybuilder and you want to get big and stuff like that, then you lay off the drink. But if you're an average person like me and you and regular people who just love exercising and keeping fit, then it's okay to have an odd drink now and again. But if you're a bodybuilder or a full-time trainer, then whiskey now and again is okay, because it goes straight through you. Or it depends on what you're drinking, because beer sits on you. But some drink is fine for like whiskey and vodka. It goes straight through you. But that's for the more dedicated hardcore trainer. But as I always say, if you eat badly or drink badly, you just burn it all off the next day and go 120 more stronger.
A lot of people who work out take drug enhancement or whatever, enhancement drugs, whatever you want to call it, steroids and stuff like that, because you have put yourself out there on Instagram, and despite everything, you've put yourself out there as a workout guru. That's what you are. You know, you're a workout guru right now, believe it or not. And that's what you have to be.
Yeah.
What is your opinion? What is your take on like steroids and stuff like that?
Well, at first when I was doing my workouts and all that, I would like, I don't want to take any stuff for now because I want to get big the natural way. And I've seen improvement. And then I started getting into looking at like when I got bigger and stronger, then because I want to do it the clean and natural way. And then I looked into getting protein and pre-workout. But then you go into like it's happening all over the globe, even in bodybuilding and big competition. People are going mad into drugs and steroids and all that. And in a safe environment way, some people need it because of their they need it for their jobs and stuff and to make money. But if it's not used right, it could kill you. And I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend try the natural way for a couple of months. Then start slowly if you're a beginner, slowly work your way up. Then start getting the right proteins and all that, the healthy one. And you'll see big gains. But don't be seeing, but I've been doing this for the last 2, 3, 4 years. I'm seeing no progress. But then I seen boys on the juice and they're ripped to shreds like the People's Champ The Rock. He's shredded, and other people, but most of them boys are on the stuff. It's up to them, but they're doing it in a safe environment because, like, some of them have to do it for their jobs, like bodybuilders. Some of them, nearly all of them are doing it. But because some of that stuff you see on the Facebook and the Instagram of people who are built like tanks, but you can see their bone and their flesh. That's not natural bodybuilding. That's steroids enhancing and helping people with that. So I don't recommend doing that. I recommend getting healthy, strong, and looking like that the healthy way, not the silly way.
Well, Dini, it was my pleasure to interview the most entertaining workout guru on Instagram right now. Thank you very much for taking the time and doing this.
No problem. Thank you very much. Well, I hope I am trying to be better than your man Joe Wicks, but thanks for taking me on. And my ambitions at the minute, after everything goes back to normal, which I'm giving myself probably the next 10 years or less, to go and open up my own mini gym somewhere near my house. And it's called the How To Can Do. That's the name of my gym and my workout. The meaning behind the How To Can Do. The How To means, how do you do this? We can do it. Ask for help. Don't be afraid. And the Can Do means no one's not able to do anything. Everyone is able to do some kind of workout. Doesn't matter what age. You could be 5 to 100 years of old. You can do any workout. So the How To Can Do. The How To is don't be afraid to do it. The Can Do is we're all able to do it.
Man, and don't forget, I support you all the way. I think it would be awesome to open up your own gym, and I'm really enjoying the content that you're putting out there. But if you ever think about also becoming a professional wrestler, I'm offering myself as a manager to you. So I will be your manager if you become a professional wrestler.
And I appreciate that very much. Hopefully one day, maybe, you never know, because you're never too old or young to start become professional. Yeah, that'd be nice, but it's down the line somewhere.
Hey, listen.
Or maybe when I get my gym done, we can put all that in together, get wrestlers in for training.
Well, listen, DDP did not become a professional wrestler until age 35, and look at him now. He's got the DDP yoga going. He's completely inspiring, and that could be you in a couple of years, man, because you're very entertaining to watch, and I think that definitely helps when you're doing stuff like you're doing. So, anyways.
Yeah, and he's still doing now and again a bit of wrestling.
Yeah. He's got that diamond cutter going, man. Dini, it was awesome to talk with you. Thanks very much for doing this, and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, and peace out.